Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you can set up replication on MySQL. This tutorial basically for those people who has experience on my SQL Server but never use MySQL. So this tutorial will be very beginner level tutorial. I will try to show you how you can start from the very beginning. There are a couple of ways to set up replication of on MySQL Server, and most common way is master slave replication. At first, I will show you how you can set up Linux server on my virtual machine. To do that, you can actually use Oracle VirtualBox. You can use VMware, Hyper-V. I'm using Hyper-V here, so you can also use Oracle VirtualBox, but setup step will be more or less same. For operating system, we will use Ubuntu server. This is free, completely free, and this is command line, totally command line operating system. I mean, you cannot see any graphical interface here. Everything will be black and white screen like CMD window. And for managing Ubuntu server, we will use actually MOBA Extreme. This is another third-party software. This is optional, but it's very useful when you can navigate from one server to another server. This is very helpful. So you can also use PuTTY here. That will works fine. So at first we will download Ubuntu server. So let's do that. Ubuntu server download. So you can download from here. This is the latest version. You can download, click here. So should start automatically. Yeah, it's starting. So our download has been completed. So you can see here, this is the ISO file, Ubuntu server. Now we have to create virtual machine. Two virtual machine. One server, one will be our master server, another server will be our slave server. So let's go. I will use Hyper-V here. Hyper-V. So let me quickly create a new virtual machine. You can next. You have to provide name. Let me put Linux 01. Generation 1 is fine. You have to provide how much RAM you need. So I will stick with 4 GB. I don't need dynamic memory. 4 GB is static, fine. Next, I have to connect network. So by default it's not connected. So you can use default switch, or you can create new switch, customize switch for network. I will use this virtual switch. Next, this is your hard disk name. You can see here my hard disk name will be Linux 01, and how much memory size space I need. I need let's say 30 GB is fine for this testing tutorial purpose. Go next. Now install operating system later. We will install operating system right now. Click here. You have to provide physical path of your Ubuntu server that we just downloaded. Now browse here. Our Ubuntu server is here. It's D drive, MySQL, required software, Ubuntu. Open. Go now next. Finish it. So our one machine is done. Now I will create another one. Virtual machine. This will be Linux 02. generation 1, 4 GB, uncheck dynamic memory, go next. Internet connection, virtual switch, go next. Hard disk name, mention size 30 GB, install operating system here, system, browse, Ubuntu server, finish. Done. Now we have to install we have just set up our meshing, virtual meshing, but we haven't installed operating system yet. Now we will install operating system. So let me connect it. Me make it bigger. Okay, so you can see here, try or install Ubuntu server. First one is fine. Enter. Now you have to choose language. By default English is selected. Press enter. Now you can see update new installer or continue without updating. Okay, continue without updating. Enter. So now it's showing keyboard layout in language. Okay, by default is English, is fine. Enter. So you can see here Ubuntu server minimalized. So first one is selected, so I'm fine with it. Done. So now it's internet connection. So this is my IP address 10.0.0.15. This will be my IP address. Done. Next, proxy address I don't need. Next, mirror address, go next. Use enter disk, by default is selected, is fine. Now choose done. Now you can see here there are a couple of options there. This is the operating system where it will be installed, and there are some additional partition here, so you don't have to worry about it. Just go select done. Now confirm destructive action. Yes, continue. So you have to provide name, your name, the username. So let me use my name, Hassan. Now server name, what will be your server name? Server name is let's see, Linux 01. This is my server name. PK username, I will use same name, Hassan. You have to choose password. I will choose my password. You have to confirm the password. Now done. Enter. Install open SSI server. Okay, server. Yes, I will install. Now done. Everything seems look fine. You don't have to choose anything, just you have to choose done and press enter. Okay, our operating system installation has been completed. Now you can reboot now. So this machine will reboot. Now you will see some failed. Don't worry about it, just press enter. It will just reboot your machine. Press enter. Now you have to provide your username. Linux, this is your server name, Linux 1, and this is your login. So I choose my username was Hassan. Press enter. Now you can see password. You have to provide password whatever you have just selected while installing the operating system. I'm typing my password, but it's showing blank Linux operating system. It doesn't show your password. So don't worry about it. It's typing. So you can press enter. Now you are entering into your Linux operating system. As I said before, this is totally command line interface, so you don't see any like graphical interface here. Okay, so our machine Linux operating system totally completed, like installation has been completed. Okay, we will install operating system on our Linux 2 machine. Okay, let me connect it. Start. Same way, whatever we have done before, like for fast machine, we have to install same way. Press enter. You have to choose language. English is fine. Continue without updating. Press enter. Yeah, English keyboard fine. Press enter. Ubuntu server is already selected. Press enter. Done. This is your IP address 10.0.0.16. This is your IP address. Done. Next. Proxy address. Done. Next. Mirror address. Done. This is your local disk. I mean the virtual hard drive, 30 GB is fine. So go press done. Yep, this is your partition, hard disk partition. Done. Next, continue. Enter. Provide the name. Okay, same name, you can choose same name. Asan. Server name will be different. My first server was Linux 01, so this server will be Linux 02. This is your username and password. Now press done. Says done. Done. You don't have to select any option here, just select done and press enter. Okay, our second machine also ready, so let me reboot it. Press enter again. It will reboot your machine. Okay, done. So now press enter again. You have to provide username. So my second server, I also choose same username. You can choose different name as well. Username Asan. Press enter. My password. I'm typing but it's still showing blank. Okay, now press enter. Now you are inside your server. Okay, now our server 2 server is ready. So how it will work, let me show you. So this is my server 1 and IP address, server 1 IP address is 10.0.0.15. Server 2 is 10.0.0.16. Let me just show you how you can just find out your IP address for a Linux operating system. So let's say this is my server 1. So for Windows you can use ifconfig, but for Linux you have to use ifconfig, but still it will not work here. Ifconfig, let me just type it, ifconfig. So it's showing like if config is not found, we have to install another software to enable your ifconfig command line. So you have to install it. It's showing already sudo apt install net tools. Okay, sudo is super user do install net tools. I have to provide password again for executing this command. My password, I will put my password here, sudo apt apt means application, apt install net tools. Now it will install. Okay, now you can check ifconfig. You can see here 10.0.015 here. Okay, let me just quickly write down here my server IP address 15, and for server 2 let me double check again. This is my server 2, Linux server 2. Let's same way if config, if you just press, it will not work unless you install this net tool. Okay, sudo apt install net tools. Now press enter. You have to provide password. Okay, now press ifconfig. You can see here the internet 10.0.16. Let me 16. So we will make this server 15. This server will be our master server. So whatever database we will create, whatever table we create, that will directly replicate to our slave server, which is our server 2. So far we have just created our Linux machine. We have installed Ubuntu server on both machines. Now we have to install MySQL. So how you can install MySQL? So before installing MySQL, I said before, we will use this software. This is very handy and useful software that will allow you to navigate your server like very smoothly, and very easily you can operate your server. So let me just quickly download this software. Just write down mobo xtrm download. You can see here mobo xtrm. You can see you can install home edition. This is free. Download now. Home edition. Portable, not, I don't need portable, I need installer edition. Here it will download your software. Let me unzip this one, extract all. You can see here this is the installer file. Double click here. Next, accept this term. Next, install. Yes, finish. So your mobile xterm installation has been completed. Now just quickly add in my taskbar so that I can easily open from my taskbar. Now go back, open, go back. Allow. So for the very first time, you can see you can choose any theme here. You can choose black, you can use slide. Okay, I pay for dark one. Okay, now so we have our IP address for Linux machine, right? Now we can easily start from session. So session, user sessions, right click here, new session, just select SSH and use your IP address for your Linux server. So my Linux IP address first server is 10.0.0.15, and you have to provide username, a specified username. Username is Ahsan, and I don't need to use any password here. Now press OK. accept. Don't show this message, accept. Now you are inside the server. Now you have to provide the password for your user. Yeah, do you want to save this password? Yes, I want to save this password. My master password is, let me put my master password. Done. So now you are inside the server 1. Now let me create another session for server 2. New session, SSH connection, remote host name is 10.0.0.16. this is my server 2, Linux 2 server, and specified username is Ahsan. Also you can port is fine. You have to provide your password again. Yes, there you go. Now you can easily navigate your both server side by side. You can see this is your 15, this is your server 1, this is 16, your server 2. Now you can double check here. You can check ifconfig. You can see here your password, IP address 10.0.15, and for server 2 config 10.0.0.16. Let me just clear it. Clear. You can just write clear. It will clear up all the text here. Yeah. Now this is your server 1, server 2. We have to install mysql-server on both server. So how you can install mysql-server? I will give you all the script in the description so that you can easily copy paste from there. So at first you have to put update and upgrade the server. How you can do that? Simply type sudo apt update. It will update your server. Now you have to upgrade it. Sudo apt upgrade. Alright. Do you want to continue? Yes. Y. Press Y and press enter. It will upgrade your server. Enter. Now let's go back your server 2. Same way. Sudo apt update password. Okay, now press sudo apt upgrade. Press Y and press enter. Press enter. So upgradation and update has been completed. Now you just simply reboot your server. Sudo reboot. Now press R. R. Yeah. So your server, both server upgradation and update has been completed. Now you can install MySQL. How you can install MySQL? You can see here sudo apt install mysql server. Just copy this in. Copy, go back, and this is my server 1. Right click, it's showing show context menu, paste. Yeah, now you can see this is my command. Press enter. You have to provide your name, password again. Do you want to continue? Yes. Y, enter. Done. Same way, copy this one again. Sudo apt install mysql-server, copy and paste it my second server, server 2. Paste. Don't show this message. Yeah, have to provide password again. Yes, Y, enter. Done. So our server 1, we have mysql server, and this is mysql server, yeah, server 2. So let me just double check. Let me clear everything. Clear sudo mysql. Yeah, now you can see, you can get your mysql server here. You can see your database here. Show databases. You can see here there are 4 system by default database here. Same way, let me clear this screen also. Show databases. Oh, I have to, at first I have to get into inside the mysql server. So sudo mysql, yeah, you can see here mysql. Now you can just simply select show databases. Oops, again mistake. Show databases. You can see here same. This is default database here. So we have successfully installed mysql server on Linux operating system. What would be our next step? We have to start mysql service from both server. Already our SQL server is started, so let me just do it again. So when you are inside the mysql server, you cannot run that script, so you have to just exit from here. So you can just simply write exit. Now you are server level command line. When you can see MySQL, then it's MySQL command line, and when you are see like your server name and username, that is your server level command line. Now let's go back same way, exit. Now you can see here we are server level command line. Now just simply copy this one, paste it here. Yeah, already started, so it will not show anything. So yeah, so let's go back. You have to alter your username. So we have to use our username is root, and we have to provide a password. So for password we will use this password. So let's do that. So at first let's go sudo mysql. Now your MySQL command line. Now just simply paste this alter user root. You can choose any password. This is my password, alpha101. Copy this one and paste it here. Alter user root localhost identified with MySQL native password by alpha101. Insert. That's it. Same way, this is your server 2. Let's go back your server 1. Sudo mysql. Paste it here. Alter root. I will use same password for both server. Okay, query 0 row affected. So our query has been completed. Now you can, if you exit from server, exit. If you want to enter inside the MySQL server, if you just choose same way sudo mysql, you cannot do that because access denied. You have to mention your username and password. So how you can do that? Sudo mysql, you can have to provide username first. Username is -u, that is lowercase u, and have to provide username. Our username is root, and then you have to provide password -p. This is your password, and you don't have to put your password here, just -p and press, then you have to provide your password. To provide password, my password 4101. Now you are inside the MySQL server. Okay, exit sudo mysql user root p password. Yeah, you see, this is how you can actually alter your username and passwords, provide your password, customized password. Now let's go back here. You need to create some configuration. You have to change some configuration. So before do that, you need this script sudo nano /. This is actually path, MySQL server path. Since you cannot see this path for Windows user, you can use explore your folder, but for MySQL there is nothing graphical interface there, everything is command line. So you have to explore this path, and where this is your mysql.cnf file is there. So you have to explore this file. So we have to change something over there. So right click, copy this one, and if you are inside the MySQL server, just exit from there. Exit. Now I just want to clear up everything. Clear. Same way. Okay, exit first. Clear. So this is my server 1. Let me just copy this one. Sudo nano etc mysql. This is the path. Press enter. Now you can see here some settings, some configuration. This is your user MySQL. This is your port. So if you see hash before any settings, any text, any command, that means this is not active. This is comment out. To make it active or make it change, you have to delete hash before that command. That will actually make change your MySQL configuration file. Now you can say bind address. You have to bind IP address here. So what is my IP address? This is my IP address, I know already. This is my 10.0.0.15. So let's change the IP address here. 10.0.0.15. Same way 10.0.0.15, and you can see here back, scroll down. So you can see here server ID is 1, but this is comment out. Just delete hash before this one. You can see logbin, we need logbin, so delete hash before the logbin. So that's it. You have to simply change this one. You have to just delete hash from server ID, logbin, and you have to choose your IP address, proper IP address for this server, and yeah, and you can just open your port data drive directory. And one thing, make sure this is your server ID. Yeah, server ID is 1, So if this server is your master, this ID will be 1, and another server, if you install another server for replication, that server, this ID actually unique, so you cannot use same ID for another server. So this is, if it's your 1 server ID is 1, then next server will be ID 2. So yeah, so we have changed this couple of configuration from here. Now we have to save this configuration. So how you can save? You can see here control, this is the control sign and X. Control sign X is exit, so control exit. You can see here save modified buffer. Yes, just press Y and just press enter. That's it, your configuration properly saved. This is your for server 1. Let's go back your server 2. Right click, click here and same command, just copy this one. Yeah, copies sudo nano etc. This is the default path, so configuration path. So just explore, enter. You have to change same thing, same way. You can change your port here, you can change your data drive here. You have to bind your IP address. So this is my server 2, IP address is 10.0.0.16, 10.0.0.16. Now go back your bind address max 10.0.0.16. yes. Now scroll down, you can see here server ID, just delete hash before server ID, logbin, delete logbin hash, and you can see, as I said before, we have to change the ID. Since our server 1 ID is 1, so this server will be, server ID will be 2. Just press 2 and save it. Control X, press Y and enter. That's it. So your both server has been properly configured. Now let's go back your script. So we have already done. So now it's time to restart your MySQL server. Sometime it will work, I don't know. Let me copy this one, and for server 1 let me just enter it. Not found. Okay, it's fine. Restart has been completed. Now clear everything, clear. Now we have to configure your master. So this is server 1, this will be my master server. So I need some information from master server. So to see what is the status of your master server, just simply press, copy this script and copy and just paste it here. Show master status G. Okay, I have to enter inside the MySQL. Okay, same way, my sudo MySQL user is root b password. Okay, now copy this, show master status G, enter. So you can see here, this is the configuration of your master. So you need this information, Binlog and position. This is very important for setting up your slave server, second server. So copy this whole configuration, copy, Control C, and you can just simply paste it here. So we need this information later. So this is done, and we have to create a user. We have to create a user that is that is for replication. So we will create a user that can be accessible from server 2, like this user replica. This user we will create from server 1, and this user actually can access from server 2. Okay, so let me just copy this one. My this is the server name, server IP address. We have to change the IP address here. IP address of what is the IP address for my slave server? This is the slave server IP address, and we have to execute this server from my master server. So my master server is 10.0.15 and slave is 0.16. okay, let me just put 16 here. Copy this one and paste it here. This is my master. Okay, so I'm creating a user name is replica, and server is 16. I mean, this is the slave server, and my password is this one. Okay, enter. Query is affected, is done. Our user has been created. Let me just grant some permission. So we have to grant some permission. Grant replication slave on to replica this server. Okay, just copy this one. So this user can actually use replication. You are not allowed to create user with grant. Okay, okay, 1 second. Let me just put sudo grant replication. Okay, I'm sorry, this is I mistakenly put the wrong IP address here, that's why it's showing error. Okay, we have to change the IP address also here. replica 16. Copy this one. Now clear everything. Now press enter. Now 0 row affected. Okay, now you can able to grant the permission. What is the next step? Now you can just simply select your username. You can check whether your user is created or not using this script. Okay, you can see here your replica. This is the username, and this is your host name. Okay, so done. Our user replica user has been created. Now let's go back your server 2. So we are already done this one. Now we have to just simply change some configuration from here. So you have to stop slave. If it's already start, you have to stop slave from there. Copy this one and just enter inside the MySQL. Username, root, password. Okay, now just paste it. Stop slave. Okay, slave already stopped. Now just you have to change this. Okay, so what is your host? My host is, I'm changing from 16, but host name is actually 15 is our host, so I have to put 15 here. Host means the master. Who is your master? So master is 15, and master user is replica, that is we already created replica, and password is this one, and log file, this is that information we need from master server, and this is the information, these two information we need from master. We already copy from master, so that is the information we copied from master. Let me just paste it here and and just replace this log file name. So log file is, this is the file. Copy this file name, copy and replace here. This is your log file, and this is the position, the master log position. We have to choose this one. This is your master server position. Copy, paste it here, and just copy whole thing at the same time. Copy and go back to your saved slave server, paste, enter. So done. Now you have to start your slave. Copy this one, start slave. Done. Now you can see if this is your slave. So whatever database we will create on 0.15 server, it will be immediately appear in 0.16. So let me just quickly check. So what show database? Let me show databases. Okay, we have 4 database. Let me create new database. Create database. Let's say test replication. Okay, let's see again. Show databases, whether this database has been created or not. You can see this test replication is created here in your master server. Let me go back your slave server, whether this database is already created or not. Let me just quickly type show databases. Oh, sorry. You can see still your database is not here. Clear. Let me double check my master settings. Show masters. Okay, copy this one. So this is my bin. So bin has been actually changed. I'm not sure why. Let me just copy this one. This both information I need. Copy. Where? So this is my mysql-bin address. Copy. This is the position. Done. Change master. Okay, first I have to stop slave from my slave server. Stop slaves. Now just simply copy, paste everything from here. Copy. Now start slave. Running. Done. Let me just quickly create another database. Create database test, only test. Show databases. So this is my newly created test database. Let me just quickly check from here. Show databases. You can see here test. So the problem was the slave configuration was not properly configured. So log file. So log file, we have to make sure the same name whatever we have in our master server, and we have to make sure same, you have to put same position name whatever you have in your master server. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.